All right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dun here. I am the average gaming dad. We're back on Madden franchise, trying to defend our Super Bowl title with the New York Giants. And would you look at this? For the first time in our franchise, we have someone in the lead for NFL MVP honors. That's right, our very own Pat Hutchinson in his fourth year as a NFL quarterback, is 30 years starting. He is in the lead for the MVP. He leads the league. If we take a look at his stats, he's second in passing, first in touchdowns, and third in passer rating. So maybe he doesn't have complete command and control over winning it. We need to make sure that we're first in every category, I think, to really lock it down. Unless you're Josh Allen, who got his Make-A-Wish MVP this year. No offense to Josh Allen, he's a phenomenal football player, but if it's strictly by the numbers, it should have gone to Lamar Jackson. So, anywho, just bringing the screen up on my phone. All right. So Hutch, he's league MVP. Head coach Jeff Saturday. Everyone mocked the Giants for signing him as their head coach. He's looking to have back-to-back Coach of the Year awards. And then, let's see, Dorian Graham looking to be Offensive Player of the Year as Malik Neighbors got traded, and he just stepped up right in his place. He's out for like the next 3 or 4 weeks, I think. So this will probably fall, but he's looking to be up there at least in the running. Taylor Bowden looking to secure his second Defensive Player of the Year award, as well as Azeez Ojulari. Offensive Rookie of the Year might be Taven Bartow. I never know how to pronounce it. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Do we have anyone here? Salas Rodriguez. He only has like 1 or 2 sacks so far this year. I thought he'd be more of an impact player, but he's also like a 70-something overall. So we'll see. Of course, best QB, Pat Hutchinson. Best running back, Joey Hawley. He'll probably get close to number 1. He's been injured so frequently. He just hasn't seen the field that much. Best wide receiver, Dorian Graham. And let's see. Look at this. 3 of our linemen are in the place to get best offensive lineman. That would be a first. Best D-line, Azeez Ojulari looking to claim that. Taylor Bowden looking to get his second. Linebacker of the league, Michael Carter, actually leading DBs this year. We've always had like maybe a guy in the running, but never anyone really close to the top 3 or top 5. So pretty exciting to see him up there. And Taylor Sanders up here. He missed like 3 field goals in one game. All of them were 50 plus, like 55 yarders. So maybe that won't hurt him too much. But it'd be cool if he could get up there. We also don't kick many field goals because we score a lot of touchdowns. All right. Anyway, so we got some focus players. Now, obviously, if we're going to choose focus players, we need to know where we are going to be picking. So if we go to, we can't trade. I think if you just go to your roster, you can see your picks. Yeah. All right. So I know I highlighted this a few times, but I'm basically the best GM in NFL history because we won a Super Bowl last year. We're on pace to win another one, and we have 4 first-round picks, including what looks to be number 1 and number 2. Like, if that's not GMing of the decade, I'd like to see a better GM than that can do that. So we can do whatever we want in the draft. So we can pick any player we want. There were some very interesting outside linebackers, and that might be where we look. Just to make sure we know that these guys are in the top 5. They're at 80%, but we don't know all of these attributes. That seems odd to me. So let's just look at them individually, starting with Lucas Barton out of Michigan State. 6'4", 248, 22 years old. A bazillion attributes here. That means he probably has star or better dev. Good to great on a lot of his physical attributes here. Only decent to solid agility, solid to good strength, but possibly great speed, great change of direction, great acceleration. All good. B block shed, B finesse moves, B hit power, B pursuit. Obviously, not great in coverage. Power moves are a C. This doesn't seem like a top 5 prospect to me. How about right outside linebacker Matt George? 6'6", 270. Only 21 years old. So we would, wow, what a monster. Of course, a ton of attributes. Physically, fairly gifted, not great. Good to great strength, good to great acceleration. That's all nice. A awareness, A power move, A pursuit. Can't cover, B block shed. And finesse moves are a C or a D. These are all probably good, but definitely not a number one. How about Jamie Fernandez? 6'4", 269. Nice, out of USC. Ton of attributes. Great to elite strength, I like to see, and solid to good speed would make him a candidate for defensive end. B block shed, B play rec, A pursuit, A power moves. Cannot cover to save his life. So he definitely would be on the ground as a pure power rusher or pure, pass rusher. Not so much would actually play linebacker. And then really the last one here that I think we would probably look at is Zach Drayton, 6'5", 254, out of USC as well. Great to elite speed. That's nice. C block shed, B pursuit. Can't cover. A or B finesse moves, C power moves. All these guys look like they're probably solid, but none of them are really like a generational talent, which was what I was kind of hoping for. We don't really need defensive end, but we'll take a look. Nolan Webster, 6'3", 271, out of LSU. Not seeing a lot of elite physical attributes. F finesse moves and B power moves. I don't know. I'm not super impressed. This might be a draft where, we look to trade down because we definitely don't need QB. We definitely don't need wide receiver. How do we feel about a left tackle? 6'7", 315. Great to elite change of direction and agility is nice. A pass block power. I don't know, man. None of these are really just jumping off the board for me as being super exciting prospects. Especially since we really use our outside backers as almost purely cover backers. We don't really use them to rush. I am kind of curious maybe about interior offensive line because we may have to replace some players there. So do we have anyone with really good physical attributes that we could look at? Great to elite strength. All right, we'll select Hunter Osborne. I'm not going to be very discriminate in these. If we're just honest, I'm just going to look for really good athletes. Try and get a beat on maybe someone down the board that looks like they could be something special. We got great to elite change of direction, great to elite agility. Okay. Let's look at Glenn Dwyer. Sure. And then maybe a corner. Anyone out here with some great speed? No one with elite speed at corner. Wow. Okay. I'm not even seeing many, like, great. Good to great. Wow. Just absolutely no athletes at the corner position. Well, this guy has great to elite agility and change of direction. Let's select him, and we'll confirm those three. Okay, it didn't let me confirm those three. Why do you do this, Madden? Let's see, there was a center that had some great to elite. Okay. And then there was a left guard that had great to elite strength. Okay. Why does it keep saying 2 of 3? Holy moly. Okay, so he's checked. The center is not checked. Okay. And then we wanted to look at the one corner that had some athleticism. Okay. Confirm. Oh my God. Why is it doing this? This is really dumb. I'm really annoyed. All right. I think it's like when you switch pages, that's why. But now it says 3 of 3 players chosen. But here it only shows 1. But it says 3 of 3. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to hit confirm and go for it. It said 3 chosen. We're going to go with that. All right. Madden is a little buggy. We know this. All right. With that, let's go ahead and get our training out of the way, and then we will hop into the game. We have a ton of injuries that we have to deal with. Of course, I have to change the starting quarterback. Otherwise, the drills don't function properly. And as always, we will do QB, contain QB scramble. We will do blitz counter. We'll run all drills, and then we will hopefully beat the Lions. Nice. Easy gold. We also need to figure out a way to get Bartow on the field more. We just discovered in the last stream episode, whatever terminology you want to use, that he does have superstar. That he has superstar dev, and then we got a dev trait upgrade from training, and so now he has superstar X Factor. So knowing that, we have got to get him on the field and get him more catches. So I think, oh my God, this is like the best corner I've ever faced. I think the easiest thing to do would be to put him in the slot. Oh my God. So we may do that, but we definitely need to get him some more carries. He's not overall not nearly as good as Dorian Graham. So maybe he just takes the place of Graham while he's injured, because he's going to be out for like 4 weeks. That could easily get him I don't even know. Probably at least 400 yards, especially the way we've been passing the ball this year. I'm wondering how much longer we have on Fields' contract before we have to decide if we need to re-sign him. Because he's been a bit of a letdown. I mean, we drafted him. He wasn't really like, oh my God, like a really highly touted pick or anything like that. But again, it just doesn't really feel like he makes. Why are we struggling with this? What in the physics is going on, man? He just like kept swimming back and forth in between the like the tires or whatever these little barrier things are. Couldn't get unstuck. I'll be pretty excited for the next Madden that is going to be next gen only. MLB The Show's doing it. I feel like Madden is going to be next as well. Because you just got to think like how much having to program this game that will also function on a PS4. That's now what, like, I don't know, 15 years old? Like, that's got to be a hindrance, right? Like, it really is kind of a tough thing. It's like, one, you don't want to have them working on two different games. Because I think they did this back in the day when the PS4 first came out, or maybe it was PS2 to PS3. They would release like a next gen version that had everything, and then an old gen version that didn't have all the same features. And I don't think that's a good idea because then you're just punishing people who can't, afford a brand new gaming system. Especially since it's probably going to be the same price. But ooh, all right. So who are we going to put in this slot? Obviously, we're out some people because of injury. Is there a drill we can run? Let's just try something different. So I know these one-on-ones are pretty tough. Let's try coverage skeleton. All right, play defense. Coverage will prevent the offense from gaining yards. Interceptions will grant bonuses. Incomplete pass will increase your score multiplier. Okay. All right. Not off to a good start. Do I just have to select the zone and just try and cover everyone?
Here we go.
Like, how is this drill possible? There we go. Like, you can try and cover your guy, but the CPU just sucks. What is this? Just does not seem like a good drill. Oh no. We got bronze. So as long as we get gold, I guess it doesn't really matter like how good or bad the drill is. We just gotta... Okay, I tried to play press. Apparently I went over the line. Nice. He caught that. Sick. I mean... I don't know. I feel like these defensive back drills are really like way more difficult than the other drills. Of course, that was my first time doing it, but it didn't seem like it was going to be like super easy. All right, let's go for 2 plus passing TDs. I mean, our defense has been pretty good. We'll try to allow less than 24 points, and then we'll go 350 and 450 offensive yards. And let's hope that we don't get any more injuries from training. All right, defensively, thank goodness, no injuries. And offensively, if we have 1 or 2 more offensive lineman injuries, like I don't know if we're going to have any offensive linemen left. TBH. All right, who gets upgrades? Sauce Rodriguez, nice. Keep going with that speed rusher. Finally hits an 80 overall. Playing up with morale. +4 block shed, +1 finesse moves. It's pretty nice. So finesse moves are up to a 92. Block shedding almost to an 80. And then a backup guard, PJ Nichols. I guess we'll just go with the scheme fit, just try and max that out for now. All right. So now, switch to QB. All right, now we take on the Lions with our QB who is currently in the lead for NFL MVP this year. Surprisingly enough, you would think being 4 years into a franchise, or I guess this is the 5th year, maybe even the 6th year, I've lost count. And winning a Super Bowl last year, we would have someone, but it's a QB award. And we didn't have, elite QB play because we ran the ball so damn much. And I completely forgot. Like I said, I want to get, knowing that we have a superstar X factor, we got to get him more involved. So let's see. Bartow, I think, comes up to wide receiver 2 for now. And then it's not that far off from number 2 or from the number 1. So put him in there in the slot. Try and get him involved more. All right. And let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Nice easy pass underneath the Holly to get things kicked off. And 3rd down and 1. You know it, I know it, everyone in the stadium knows it. Joey Holly's getting the ball. Joey Holly, okay. Barely got the first down. Wait, just kidding. It wasn't Joey Holly. Dislocated thumb. Samarian Ridley is going to step in again. I don't really get it because Holly doesn't have a super low injury rating. So I really don't know why he gets injured so much. But yet he is down again. And Hutchinson goes down as well. Big loss there of 10. There's Taven with the first reception of the game. We get 12 back. Now 3rd and 8. It's fairly manageable. And we're sacked again. They sent some pressure. We could not block it up well enough. And we are punting on our first possession. Something we have not had to do much of this year. I see a heavy set. I'm going blitz. Oh my God. How many broken tackles was that? Let's take a look at who we're playing against. We're so deep into this franchise now. Really curious. They still have Jared Goff. He's 33 years old now, 81 overall. Jahmyr Gibbs is still their running back. No Montgomery. Amon-Ra St. Brown up here. Wow, that's a pretty solid receiving core. Jameson Williams, Rashard Posey, a third-year guy, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown. Some other drafted players behind him. Bobby Malone is the tight end. Their offensive line looks pretty good. Kenyon Green, 81 overall. Frank Ragnow in there at center. Wow, so their offensive line is actually pretty stout. Why is this team doing so badly? It looks like their defense. They have some mid-70 overall defensive line. Linebackers, they have Michael Byron, a second-year man, 82 overall. Jack Campbell still there. And Tyron Shoyinaka? My apologies. All right, so their offense actually looks pretty stout. It's their defense, I think, that must be letting them down, as they don't look especially talented. We're going to test our corners, though, if they're going to keep coming out in two tight end running back sets. And the play action does not work. The blitz gets home. There's Braxton McKinney getting a sack on Jared Goff. And Bobby Okereke's out. That's okay. Isaiah Simmons will step in. He's a solid cover linebacker. That's what we need. And a 3rd and 15. For this Lions offense. Really bad angle by the defender there. He just let the wide receiver just run right in front of his face. But luckily, we rally to the football, make a stop, 1 yard short, 4th and 1. Dan Campbell would go for it. I don't know who the CPU coach is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bartow. Ooh, that was definitely the best punt return of the year right there. I'm starting to see why we need to get this guy the ball more. And he's injured. He got up celebrating and then immediately runs to the locker room. Son of a bitch. All right. So 2 of our top 3 wide receivers out. Not ideal. Not ideal. And now, last time we were on the field, good catch and run by Jalen Hyatt. Hutchinson got sacked twice. That's something we've done really well all year, is avoided sacks. Even though we have operated out of shotgun most of the year. I mean, if they're just going to leave Mitchell uncovered in the slot, we'll just throw a little seam in there. No problem. Starting to get him involved a lot more too. And it's an abdominal tear. So Bartow is going to be out for, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 weeks. You know, that sucks. And now we have an offensive lineman injury. Everything's crumbling. What the hell? Mitchell is just completely uncovered. questionable defensive call, to say the least. All right, so we get the easiest touchdown of our lives as the Lions defense just doesn't cover someone. Pec strain for Carmichael. So now our backup's out. I guess we'll keep him in. If he gets injured again, so be it. We're running thin on offensive line depth, so he's just going to have to play hurt for a little bit. All right, so we get the lead. The blitz worked against the Lions in the first drive. Got a TFL on a run play and a sack on Goff. So we'll try it again. They go to the run. Jahmyr Gibbs passed the first down. Pretty good run there. That, of course, is the downfall, or can be the downfall, of running blitz. Is if you can block the blitz well enough and get past the blitzers, there's not many people behind them to make the tackle. And we kind of have to artificially create pressure sometimes against the run because we have not been good against the run this year. I think we've given up 300 or 400 plus yard games. As Goff checks it down to Gibbs in the flat. Little to no gain there. And another 3rd and long. They go play action. Goff rolling out. Under pressure, throws it away. Pretty good coverage down the field. Let's see if, I was going to say if Bartow can have another return, but he's out. So now we got Kinye Nwangwu out there returning punts. Throwback to season 1. Finally got a decent look at a run here. We're going to send Marion Ridley up the middle. He gets 9, but I feel like that one's coming back. Holding. Yeah. All right. 1st and 16. On the 6. We have to be a little careful here. They're giving us the same look. We're going to try a run here. Just get, especially having been sacked twice already. I'm very cognizant of the danger a sack could cause in that spot. A really good read there. Lose a yard on the screen. Johnson uncovered in the slot. We're going to streak him. Oh, wow. Really good throw under pressure there. Yeah. They sent 6. And we just get the throw away. I feel like we need to get under center a little bit. We need to make sure that the Lions know to respect the run game at least a little bit. But now they're just stacked up with 8 in the box. Beautiful throw on the run. That's the tight end number 2, Duncan Sherman. with the reception. He ran out of bounds, but the clock. Surely it's not an error from Madden's part. What's up, Eric? Yes, absolutely. Hopefully you do win Sunday. You have a tournament, right? If I remember from yesterday, you said you have a tournament this weekend. All the best of luck to you, my friend. All right. Mitchell uncovered. I love to see it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mitchell! What a dime. Best deep ball thrower in the NFL. Hutchinson adds to his yardage. Another touchdown. And looking like the MVP. On the onset of this episode, we kind of went through that. His stats. Number one in the MVP race. And when you just deliver deep balls like that consistently, it's a thing of beauty. Adonai Mitchell, who we got as part of the trade package for Malik Neighbors earlier this year. And that's his second or third catch, I think, already. A touchdown on the board. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to move my camera. That way you can see the chat if you don't have it open on your screen. But the homie Eric Rose, he's got a tournament he's playing in this weekend. If you want to gas him up in the chat, I'm sure he would appreciate it. All right, Goff on first down, under pressure, holding the ball for a really long time. Finally dumps it down in the flat. I mean, if Goff's just going to sit there and hold the ball for 3 years and play action every play, then I think we send a blitz. Their wide receivers are really good. Obviously, we have to worry about Amon-Ra St. Brown, who makes the catch there. And they're going to go to the end around to St. Brown. Ooh, that was looking dangerous. He was one broken tackle away from probably housing that. So the Lions putting together a pretty good drive here. Obviously saw their offense is their strength. Their defense is pretty weak. And they go with another end around. This one not nearly as successful. St. Brown ends up kind of stuttering in the backfield, ends up not getting anything back. Second and long here. I normally prefer to blitz on jumbo packages, but we're going to try it anyway. Goff hits as he's thrown, still delivers a pretty good ball to the tight end. Gain of 9. We've been able to get to him pretty effectively. And they go empty here. He's going to get no time at all to throw here. And it's just a little swing pass to Gibbs. Tackled in the backfield. Great open field tackle by Taylor Bowden. And they're going to punt. This could be a fake. We're going to send a block. Man, Dan Campbell definitely is not the head coach of the Lions. There's no shot he would not go for that. All right. Pass game still cooking despite the injuries. Ridley is still in. Oh my God. That was almost a pick. Big hit on the receiver. He gets blasted. And the ball bounced right into a defender, but he could not hang on, thankfully. Gonna keep feeding the big tight end. I'm just so paranoid of pressure now that we've already been sacked a couple times so early in this game. Just dumping it off early, just trying to get anything. And Johnson drops it. I mean, that was a huge hit at the catch point. So for the second time today, we're going to be punting. It's a pretty good one, though. It's going to be no return. Taken over at the 30. And even though we're up by 2 touchdowns, this game doesn't really feel super close. Definitely can feel some of these injuries having an effect on the game. Obviously, down some linemen. We've been sacked twice. Down some wide receivers, so we've had to rely on our tight end game, which is not really our strength. Luckily, our defensive line is playing out of their minds right now, getting all sorts of pressure on Jared Goff. And so we're going to keep sending pressure. It's another swing pass. I mean, luckily we're in man, so we're just right there. Loss on the play. Braxton McKinney. Jared Goff throws, just pushes down our 287-pound defensive tackle. Unbelievable. Jared Goff proven that he is still an athlete at 33. All right, let's see if we can get a drive going. It'd be nice if they would give us more run looks, but they're just not really giving us much. Wow. I mean, that's about as good of a ball that you can throw right there. Up over the top of the receiver. Just in bounds, but it's dropped. Not the characteristic offense that we've seen these last few weeks. There's Ellington. Almost forgot about him. We got him also as part of the trade with Malik Neighbors. He's a really interesting guy. He's like 6'5", 6'6", has like 92, 93 speed. Not great acceleration and like change of direction, but he's fast and he's really tall, and that's a defensive injury. Who's the? Oh, it's Mitchell. I don't know why I said defensive. So now 2 more wide receivers are out. Injuries just piling up. But we persist. Just keep feeding the big tight end. I mean, he's staying healthy. Trying anything at this point. All right. Not many yards, but enough. Dislocated wrist. All right, who's even playing wide receiver for us now anymore? All right, so Mitchell's out, so Bartow's out. So we got Hyatt, we got Ellington, we got Lamb. And then we're going to have some tight ends in there. Damn. We may have to force the ground game at this point. I mean, our offense is predicated around speed. Oh, a chance here for Marion Ridley for a big gain. Does break a tackle, but doesn't get much after the fact. Got to be a little cognizant of the time. Minute 33. Get the first down. Let's get back to the air. There's Hyatt. All right. Less than a minute. No need to really press things right now. Can we fit that in there? Lamb! The rookie with an opportunity to get, I think, his first NFL touchdown. Pretty tight window. We fit it in there, but unfortunately, he's unable to hold on through the contact. 29 seconds left. We still have all 3 timeouts, so I'm not stressed about time. And it's picked. There's Lamb. No, that wasn't Lamb. That was the other big guy. Good ball. It just bounces right off his hands into the defenders. I can't say that that's Hutchinson's fault. That was a good ball. That's right. That's what happens when you have injuries. You got guys, a lot of guys playing that have not seen a lot of time on the field. And we get a big drop. Turns into a turnover. Luckily, we had ate a lot of clock in that drive. So only 20 seconds, 2 timeouts for Detroit. They haven't been able to stretch the ball down the field much at all. And, I mean, they once again just check it down underneath. They're going to have to try to stretch it down the field at some point if they expect to get any points on this drive. They don't. I don't understand. Looks like they're lining up for some sort of Hail Mary here. And down Goff goes. There we go. Doesn't look like they're going to bother to call a timeout. they do not. All right. Dakota Boss on the sack. Haven't seen him in a while because he's been out with injury. So many injuries. And I do want to see, is Aziz? No, he's still injured. Okay. All right, so Lions are going to get the ball again. Their offense hasn't really shown much. And their defense has been surprisingly good, but they're also playing against basically our JV squad. Like half our offensive line is injured. And now all but 3 wide receivers are injured. Starting running backs out. Oh, Goff. Oh, my God. How do you get that away? Dakota Boss again. Goff is just getting blasted this game. Only registered 1 sack so far, but we've gotten a lot of pressure and a lot of hits on the old man. Tries to scramble there, immediately gets hit. There's Tyler Nubin. Why is our safety? Interesting. And you know what? I'm going to send even more pressure. We're sending 7. No one's on Jahmyr Gibbs, though. Now Goff goes down. Just overwhelming pressure. Fields and Bowden in on the sack. I mean, we sent 7. There was just no hope that they were going to block that up. Are you going to... Nope. It's not going to make a block. Okay. What do we do? Do we try and run the ball with a weak offensive line? Do we pass with weak wide receiver group right now? I think we might have... Oh, my God. That is another wide receiver injury. Okay, so we're down to 2 healthy wide receivers. Bruised ribs. All right, 3rd and 5. At least we have Holly back. Maybe we go screenplay here, try and get the ball to him. He can make something out of absolutely nothing. So I think we're just going to have to trust our offensive line and just start feeding Holly. Of course, they move everyone up. Do we have Hyatt? No. The ball's actually underthrown. I mean, I'm so confused by this. Oh, wait, did I just challenge the play? Oh, I think I just called a timeout. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Why can't I see the instant replay? There we go. All right, so didn't really have anything else open that I'm seeing. I guess Holly we had open. We have one-on-one down the field with Hyatt. We just launch it, and Hyatt's just got to try and go for the ball. The defender goes for it, but not the wide receiver. And we end up with a pick. Second pick of the game. One was not Hutchinson's fault at all, but this is how you lose games. They are running the ball with Goff. They just ran a read option with Jared Goff. They're really digging into the bag of tricks. I mean, it worked. It worked. But this is how you lose games. Turnovers, injuries. We got to figure something out. We send some pressure. They actually block it up pretty well. And they finally get a pretty big play. Wow. We get lucky there. Malone drops a wide open ball. They're still going with these heavy sets. I still feel like sending pressure is best right now. Because he's holding the ball a long time. But they're definitely doing a lot more to block up the blitzes. All right, 1st and 10. Lions for the first time in the red zone. You're on the 15. They do another, like these Jahmyr Gibbs sweep, like dump off in the flat. They've run that 37 times this game. They should keep just running the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs. He hasn't been that effective, or he has been fairly effective. Play action on the end around. Amon-Ra St. Brown gains 5. And I think we're just going to send a bunch of heat again. So Jahmyr Gibbs uncovered. They do pass, and they get the ball off. Pressure just could not get there fast enough. All right. The turnover ends up biting us in the ass. Detroit gets 7 back. Uh-oh. Oh. He was close to breaking one there. All right, we'll try and get the run game going. Rely on Holly. I mean, obviously, you know, he's like, this is not the play I called. At least I thought. I mean, obviously, he's a phenomenal running back. But we're just in a tough spot with so many wide receiver injuries right now. And Holly's been injured a lot. I mean, he was injured for half this game already. I'm sure eventually the Lions are going to bring 8-man up in the box. And we'll try a little play action game, but Maybe go back to the screen game a little bit. Not bad, but we were close on that one to breaking a big one. Oh, we got the rookie, Ellington, the big boy, gets his first touchdown as a Giant, the last wide receiver on the depth chart, and he's our number 2 man right now. Just left uncovered in the slot. I don't know how many times we see that. Came over in the trade with Indianapolis for Malik Neighbors. He's been really, I mean, he cost us an interception earlier, but then comes up big there, finds an open spot in the zone, gets us a touchdown. I mean, he's still young. He's learning. But as inconsistent as we've been, I don't feel super confident with only a 2-touchdown lead. Lions drove the ball down very efficiently last time. And they run again with Jared Allen, or Josh Allen, or goddamn it, Jared Goff. Oh. The idea of Jared Goff pulling it and running like that and then taking a hit from a safety. You gotta love it. I'm not sure what playbook this is, but they're going to get Jared Goff absolutely murdered if they keep doing that. Oh, good. The punter's out. How did the punter get injured? We're going to keep him in. Injuries galore this game. Oh, my goodness. That's got to be like 5 or 6 injuries so far. Just another throw to the flat with Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know. They just keep doing this over and over again. It does not work. They've had more success running the ball with Jared Goff. Maybe that's something, you know, Madden and EA can look to improve in the future. It's just like CPU play calling logic. All right, 2nd and 9. Start of the 4th quarter here. I guess we'll count that as a drop. Let's send some heat. Hasn't really worked so far much this half, but in the first half we got all sorts of pressure on Jared Goff. See what we can do here on 3rd down. I mean, we had the pressure, but he delivers a pretty good ball with a man in his face. Posey getting into it with Jawan Beasley. I like it. Fight it out. But once again, Lions driving the ball. Wow. And Jawan Beasley gets absolutely cooked. Not good. The blitz is backfiring. I think we're just going to have to back off from blitzing. It's just not been effective this half. And then there's a run with Jahmyr Gibbs. No one even close. And he walks in pretty much untouched. Lions draw within a touchdown. Not ideal. Not ideal. We're letting them just hang in here. We're going to try and keep going with Holly. Just keep running the ball, start to kill some time. Maybe we get the play action game going a little bit. But if we're doing that, we cannot afford no yards, and we cannot afford another injury. That's Theo Johnson. Oh my God. Look at all of these injuries. All right. Three offensive linemen, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a defensive end, all out still. Oh boy. All right. Shadur Sanders or Cam Ward? Probably Cam. I'm not too invested in college football, if I'm just being honest, but just from what I've seen of the draft coverage that I've paid attention to, it seems like Cam Ward has the most upside. I've heard a lot that Shadur doesn't really have an elite arm talent as they call it. So I don't know. I guess so. Cam Ward, but it also doesn't really seem like this QB class is particularly talented in general. So I don't know. We'll see where he goes, though. I've seen some indications that the Titans might give what's his name? Whoever their quarterback is, I'm having a brain fart right now. They might give him another shot, so maybe they don't take him. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, when he was given opportunities, he played really, really well. I think if the Giants can find a QB, he's also, I think, one of those guys where it's like you can just throw him a 50-50 ball and he's going to reward you. So he doesn't have to be wide open every time, which would be nice for, a young New York Giants quarterback, or maybe a Kirk Cousins. It's where Kirk Cousins, I think, really benefited from his time with Justin Jefferson, is he could just throw the ball up and kind of hope for the best, and it worked out for him. But yeah, I think Neighbors can get 1,600 yards. I mean, especially in a 17-game season, that's averaging less than 100 yards a game. For a top tier, you don't have to be like a super elite wide receiver to get 100 yards a game. if you're just in a good system with a good QB. All right, back here in Madden land. Had a pretty good drive going. We've killed a couple minutes of clock time. Just need to make sure that we at least secure some points here. And we're hit as we throw. Okay. All right, so we'll bring out Sanders. Easy chip shot field goal, no problems there. So we go up by 10 with 3 minutes left. Feel pretty good about that. Now we just need to see if Detroit is capable of stretching the ball on our defense. They've only been able to get big plays when we've blitzed. Other than that, they've just run so many checkdowns to the flat like that. Like Amon-Ra, 10 catches for 50 yards. Like, you're just not going to get much. Big play opportunity there. I don't know. I think they want Tyrone Tracy to be the guy, but they also had the guy, right? They had Saquon, and they chose Daniel Jones over Saquon. Obviously, that decision bit them in the ass, so I don't know. Most teams anymore go with 2 running backs anyway, so I don't think I would be surprised to see the Giants come in and bring in another running back. I mean, you saw how effective it was, especially, in Detroit this year with Gibbs and Montgomery. They were phenomenal. Teams are going to see other teams having success, and they're going to try and replicate that. The Eagles did it a different way by just investing in a massive, massive offensive line. And obviously Saquon's incredibly talented, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Giants brought in another running back. All right, so Giants driving, or not Giants, Lions driving. They're actually stretching the ball down the field a little bit, but I don't think they're going to have enough time. They're a minute 20, 2 timeouts. Uh-oh, maybe they will have time. Wow. Great play from Jawan Beasley there. Absolutely annihilated the receiver in the air. Burns, I don't think he really did much of anything. Like, I think they expected him and Thibodeau to be like this elite 1-2 combo and just have constant pressure, but Brian Burns definitely didn't live up to what he was doing in Carolina. And Thibodeau's kind of been a dud. I guess they still got Sexy Dexy, though. All right. So Detroit gets a field goal. That's step 1. Now they just need a touchdown. Onside kick incoming. All right. So we got that. Now we just need to burn the remaining timeouts. We will go to chew clock. Just try and run it down Detroit's throat. I have to say, though, I've been really impressed with Detroit's defense today. You know, judging by the players, like just their overall ratings, it didn't look like they would have much of an opportunity to stop our offense. But, you know, when you're down 3-4 offensive linemen, 3 or 4 wide receivers, starting tight ends, you know, they held their own. All right. Just need one first down, and then this game is over. Oh, no. Get through. Get through. They got really good pressure on the end. They contained really well. Luckily, we were able to push forward, get the first. And now we can just take a knee, get out of here with a really close win against the Detroit team I thought we were going to handle easily. There it is. Clock sit 0. Close game. I mean, we had been on pace to score like 40 points. Like, I think we've scored 40 points or close to it the last 3 or 4 games in a row. So kind of coming back down to earth a little bit. Again, injuries hampered us. 2 picks for Hutchinson. 1 definitely not his fault. It literally bounced off the receiver's hands. Goff, you know, very efficient, 71% completion percentage, but only averaged 5 yards a pass. Holly had a nice day. Kind of low for his standards, but 14 for 64. He also was out half the game. And then our busted-ass receiving core, Adonai Mitchell came in with 4 for 96 and 2 touchdowns. So good day for him. And then the young Ben Ellington, 2 catches for 27 and a touchdown. His first for the Giants. Blocking, we gave up 2 sacks. Juwan Beasley with 8 total tackles. Taylor Bowden was second with 7. TFLs for Fields, Beasley, Boss, McKinney, Bowden. And then a sack for Dakota Boss, half a sack for McKinney, Beasley, Bowden, and Fields. No picks today. And then the 1 field goal for Sanders. So all in all, okay. I just really hope we get some guys back from injury next week. Because, I mean, we saw our offense is not nearly as proficient against what is frankly just not really a great Lions defense. All right, so Duncan Sherman looks like he's going to get some time with Theo Johnson out. Let's get him to be a scheme fit. Couple upgrades. Go ahead and advance to next week. We're not going to play another game, but want to advance to next week and just see what our injury situation is going to be. All right, well, I guess we know here. So Theo Johnson out for 4 weeks. We'll get Evan Neal back next week. Ojulari still out 3 more weeks. Andrew Thomas 2. Steve Ramirez out 4. Dorian Graham 3. Luke Jackson and Taven Bartow out 3 weeks. So at least we will have 2 of our wide receivers back for the next game. Still out 3 starting line. No, we'll have Neal back next week. So we'll still be out 2 starting linemen and a tight end, a couple wide receivers. Yikes. All right, so tough game, but we still managed to come out with a win. Next stream/episode, we'll be taking on division rival Washington Commanders, who are 6-6 in Thursday night primetime. We'll see how we do. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We had a great turnout today. Eric Rose, again, good luck on your tournament this weekend. JSC, thank you for coming and chatting football. I appreciate it. I hope you liked my takes. But yeah, thank you guys so much. If you're new, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one.